Hello to you all. Welcome to the Next Generation Role Model Show. My name's Victoria Summer. I'm your host. And today I'm very excited to meet an actor and director who I have been watching for a while, actually. I've watched many of his interviews. He's 17 years old, and for a lot of his life, he has also been fascinated about the environment and helping others. And I'm very excited to have him on the show today and chat to him. His name is Jax Malcolm, and I'm going to bring him in right now. Jax.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Next Generation Role Model Show. Thank you for coming on and chatting with us.
Thank you for having me.
So it's super early in Los Angeles with you. It's a Sunday morning. So thank you for being with us so early. I'm really excited to chat to you. You own your own production company. You're 17 years old. You're also an author, as well as mainly being an actor and a director. You've done so much for 17. Tell me, when did you first know, I want to be an actor, I want to be a director? Tell me that story.
Okay, so when I was 5, my parents were always recording me and putting me on tape. So one day I just kind of walked up to them. I was like, why am I not on the TV? You're always recording me. And my dad said, well, buddy, you got to be an actor to be on the TV. And then I screamed, I want to do that. And we just kind of went from there.
So the light bulb went on when your dad said actor, and you said, that's what I want to be. And how old were you at that point?
I was 5.
You were 5. Wow. Okay, great. Now tell me the story from 5 to 17, just really quickly, like, you know, what you've done and where you've come from between 5 and 17. Give me a lowdown.
So my first thing I did, I was actually 5. It was a Smarter Power PSA, I believe. I was a little scientist. And then I just started going on auditions and doing more and more. I did a lot of the stuff on Comedy Central, Comedy Central shows, till now where I'm starting to make my own stuff. So I'm really excited about the future of what it holds for me.
Yeah, absolutely, because you own your own production company, and I noticed you're the CEO. Your mum is the COO, Chief Operating Officer. So you're working together with your mum on your production company.
Yes.
Mum's called Lisa. Shout out to Lisa. Hi. It's so fantastic. You have this amazing support from your family, which is a wonderful thing to see. And you live in Los Angeles, Jax.
Yes.
Your whole life, born and raised?
Yes. Yeah. Even my mom and dad were born here. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. So talking about social media now and Instagram specifically, generating a fan base. You're obviously generating a fan base, not just specifically for you, which is substantial on Instagram, but you've also started a page for your production company. You're obviously pushing your brand and your production company out with that, which I think is fantastic. How do you intend to use your platform to inspire others?
Well, I feel like you need to show everything that you do, not just all the fun stuff, but also all the work that you do, because I want to give out a more positive message of going out and doing stuff for your community.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is a reason that I was so attracted to your profile, because it's not just all about Jax Malcolm. It's a lot about the world. How can we make this world a better place? And immediately I was like, wow, this is leadership material. This is definitely somebody I want to talk to, I want to have on the show. It's not just all about you as an actor, it's also about helping others. And you've built an amazing fan base on Instagram. You have a lot of people who obviously respect your work and love what you do. Talk to me about how social media has impacted your career as an actor and director.
It's impacted it a lot on the acting side, and a lot being able to reach a larger audience, so that people who may have never heard of me get to see me on social media.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, you're able to show a range of things that you do, from acting to directing to producing to writing, and also your philanthropy, which is obviously a big deal for you. What advice would you give to other kids who are starting out and perhaps come on your profile and think, oh my gosh, I want to be on TV. I want to have my face on commercials and in movies. What's your advice to them?
So this is what I say to everyone who wants to start, is that you need to start off in acting classes. Really make sure that this is something that you want to do, because it is a huge commitment to actually start to be an actor, go to all the auditions. You basically need to be able to get up and go at a drop of a hat.
Yeah, you do. And I have a very good understanding of how that goes. And like you said, it's a good thing to have multiple talents and show off multiple talents, because it is such an oversaturated business. You don't want to just concentrate on one area. You want to make sure that you are showing off all your talents as an artist and using all of your talents. And that also enables you to keep working, because you're in all these different areas, which is fantastic. Plus, you're creating your own content, not just for social media, but you're doing films and short films and stuff, which I think is fantastic. What about those kids, for example, who don't have an agent and a manager? I mean, obviously, at 5 years old, you were like, okay, I want to be an actor. Your parents got you an agent. But what about kids who are like, well, how do I get an agent? Like, how am I going to make this work? I don't have an agent or a manager. Do you recommend that you really need one?
So the question is, do you really need one? Start off, no, you can do it by yourself, but it's a million times easier once you have an agent that will work with you to help you get auditions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have someone fighting for you, but obviously, do you feel that you could use your social media profile to get auditions? Has it got you some auditions?
That is, let's see the best way to put this. Um, yes, can a social media profile get you lots of auditions, get you roles? Yes, but you have to have like millions and millions of followers. So even just the smaller ones, does it help you in the room? Yes. Uh, so can you just rely on social media? Not really. It's not the best way to be always going out on auditions and stuff like that. Uh, Agent managers, people who get you auditions, those are the best way to actually, if you want to be auditioning, you want to be an actor, that is the best route to go.
There you go. Great advice from Jax there, who really understands the business and understands how to get auditions. That's really, really interesting perspective. Do you feel any peer pressure or any negativity from the industry? And if you do, how do you deal with that?
All the time. Acting is a very difficult thing to do for a very long time. Um, you hear a lot of no's, you hear a lot of rejections. Some things that I've been told in the room you should never say to a kid. So I don't really tend to focus on it. I diversify myself over lots of things. I'm also a competitive swimmer. I'm a competitive archer. I do fashion design. I write. I spread out myself so that way I don't just stay in the toxic zone, basically.
You know, I really admire you for that. And I've been watching you for a while and reading up about what you've been up to. And yeah, the competitive swimming. I didn't realize you did archery. I think that's also, amazing. And I must admit myself as well, I've had the same experience of you. I wasn't a kid when I was doing acting. I grew up just a normal kid. I was doing ballet and stuff, when I was young, but I started to do auditions once I left drama school, so, and I was in my 20s. And so then I would get the pressure of, what people were saying in the room. But as a kid, you're right. They should never say that to you, but you have to find a way to get over that. And obviously, the way you've gotten over that is first just ignoring it and just carrying on. And second, the diversity of your career. And I'm very similar to you. I sing, I act, I dance, I'm a producer, I do live shows, whatever. And it's really important. And I found also as an actor, what's really important is helping others and reaching back and helping others who've come after me and are going through similar things as you are. You go through this rejection. It's really tough. There's a lot of negativity, but you're obviously super focused, which I can see immediately. Oh, is that your cat?
Yes, that's one of them.
Oh, that's one of
that was Princess. Yeah.
Oh, that's Princess. Hi, Princess. Welcome to the Next Generation Role Model Show, Princess. Now, tell me, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
10 years? I would love to have like 5 years on the show, my own feature films, be producing my own films and stuff. That I would love for that to happen.
I love it. I love it. That's great. And tell me, let's just focus a little bit more on rejection, because obviously this is going to be something you're going to have to deal with if you're going to continue as you are. You're going to continue to be an actor and you're going to produce, and people are going to critique your films. So tell me, how are you going to cope with that rejection? Give me some tips.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna say is that if I did not love this this industry, what I'm doing, I would not be doing it. I've been doing it for 12 years now. If I didn't like it, I would not do it. So just for people who want to also get into the industry, be sure you love it, because it's really difficult. But again, I diversify myself so that way I don't just stay in the zone for like audition after audition after audition after audition. I go in, I do my audition, then I forget about it. I move on to the next one. And I go in, I do the audition, then I forget about it, and then I move on to the next one.
Yes, these are such great tools for people. And I'm the same. I do the same thing. And I think it's really interesting, your thought process, in a way you just develop ways of coping with it, which is really smart. And let's talk about being a role model now. You're on the Next Generation Role Model Show because you're setting a good example to others. And that's true leadership right there, is setting a good example. Showing people, look, this is how I am. And that's what you're doing on social media. What does being a role model and a leader mean to you?
It means that I can't just show the fame and fortune side of it, quote unquote. I gotta show that you can do more. You have the power to do more in your community and help out around the world.
I love that. And I love how you're helping your community, and it's really inspiring. And yeah, I'm really excited to speak to you about that a little later on in the show. Let's talk about how kids react to you. You said that you started at 5 years old. Now that's like when you start school. So at 5 years old, you say to your friends, I wasn't in school today because I was doing an audition or whatever. Talk to me about the kids at school. How do they react to you?
Well, even when I was younger, when I was 5, everyone thought it was so cool what I was doing. Currently, I actually graduated high school, which early, which I'm really proud of. So when I was in high school, I went to a liberal arts school and I did a flex program. So I would come to school, once in a while, um, to see my friends and talk to my teachers and stuff like that. But it was like a special occasion whenever I was at school. So uh, I've always had very supportive friends, and I've always appreciated that because they do whatever they possibly can to help me. So
That's wonderful. And having that support group, I've talked about it with many role models. Very, very important part of being a success is having a fantastic support group. It starts off with your family and then expands out into the circle of your friends, which is excellent. If you could meet your favorite role model, who would it be?
so my favorite role model right now, I would have to say, it would be uh, President-elect Joe Biden, because this is something that I don't really talk about all too much. I'm trying to get more comfortable with it. I have an auditory processing disorder, and seeing how he has a lisp, I would love to meet him to talk to him how he gets over that disability, because that's something that I do struggle with and sharing about.
There you go. Okay, great. And what charity do you support? This is what I'm really excited to talk to you about, is your charity work. Because I know that you've worked a lot with Heal the Bay, but tell me about what charity you support and why. What's most important to you?
Okay, so the three charities that I work with a lot would be Heal the Bay. I started working with Heal the Bay a couple years back because I love the beach. I'm constantly at the beach during normal years. I do a program out here called LA County Junior Lifeguards. I'm at the beach from like 7 a.m. to like noon, learning how to lifeguard and stuff like that. So I started working with Heal the Bay because I see a bunch of trash on the beach and I wanted to do something about it. The next foundation I work with is SMPLA. It's where I got these three lovely babies that I own.
So you have
Yeah,
three cats.
yes.
Hi, Prince.
This Yes, Princess Cody and Amelia.
Wow, and I love cats too. And I've rescued many cats in Los Angeles, and it's very important to adopt and not shop. There's so many amazing animals in the shelters. Good. So that's your second charity. Tell me about your third. This is fascinating. I love it.
So my third charity that I work with is Starlight Children's Foundation. It's a foundation that helps kids in the hospital. Me myself, when I had to have two kidney surgeries when I was 1 month and 3 months old, so I wanted to get back to the kids in the hospital to make their experience just a little bit better.
Yeah, and I know you've worked with the Children's Hospital LA. Is it specifically that hospital?
That is where I had my two surgeries.
There you go. And you're giving back to exactly that hospital. That's really, really amazing. And if you don't mind me saying, you're a fantastic speaker. You are. And I'm so happy that you've been able to come on the show and share with us your insight, because you have such a good insight from 5 years old to now 17 and everything you've done. And despite everything you've done, you've also worked so hard to inspire and help others and give back to your community, which is really, really amazing. So thank you for setting a great example. And I'm so happy to welcome you to our next generation role model family, because we are a family and we love supporting each other.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was so nice to meet your cat. And do you have dogs?
I do not have dogs.
So you have three cats.
Yes.
And do you live right by the beach?
Not right by the beach, but it's like a 20-minute drive away. So
yeah, so you're close. You can go to the beach a lot. That's excellent. Thank you so much for being on the show. It was really, really nice to meet you. And like I said, welcome to the next generation role model family.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we're going to stay in touch, of course, and talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Jax. Bye.